This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious.
Today we're talking about one of the most insane people on the internet to date. Nick Harris recently went viral for getting arrested live streaming himself committing crimes, but Nick has been doing this kind of stuff for years now, with a criminal record longer than his toenails. Nick has been around the block a time or two. He's been in and out of jail for multiple different charges, including another B&E he committed in the past, but honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Nick Harris's wrongdoings, because as soon as he got on TikTok, one of the first reasons he went viral because him and his girlfriend was getting drunk and they got into an altercation on live stream, which led to the cops being called and stuff like this occurring again. And it's kind of crazy that was his first video he blew up on, because it kind of like shows the cycle that Nick Harris goes through. Nick Harris is a very down and out person. He likes to think the world is coming down on top of him. Everything he does is right and everything else everyone does to him is wrong, and he can't take it anymore. He's out on the streets, he's living the worst life he possibly could, at least to him. He's a very jacked person. He definitely hits the gym or takes a whole bunch of tren. You can guess which one it is, but I promise you, I would take the latter instead of the former. And he's very proud of this. He can't understand how a man who could be as physically in shape as him, who looks the way he does, can be in the same position that he's in. And I'll tell you guys why Nick is most likely in this position. It's because Nick has a substance problem. Not only has he been in and out of jail, when he's not been in jail, he's been in and out of rehab facilities, basically doing every single bit of his family members wrong. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, from the stories that Nick is telling, it's not like his family members were the best, but I gotta say this, like right off the bat. Nick Harris is an unreliable narrator. He's going to tell people in his live streams what he wants them to know, so they feel sympathy for him and buy him those nice pairs of kicks that he's always been wanting. So when anything comes out of Nick's mouth, I'm not really sure whether or not to believe it, but from Nick's own words, his family isn't the best. He has no friends, no family. PWR would really appreciate what this man is going through. And the first video we're going to be going over, before I show you guys the viral sensation that happened here recently, is Nick absolutely freaking out in an apartment building, just sitting on a stairwell, losing his mind, while all kinds of strangers are running around past him like thinking, my gosh, what is wrong with that guy? But little did they know, this is a TikTok star, a phenomenon. They should be honored to be in the presence of a man who could definitely win the Arnold Classic, or at least Nick believes he could.
Battling right now, bro. Stop. You can go get your clout somewhere else. You're not going to get your clout off of my mental health crisis. You're not going to get your clout off of my mental health crisis. Guys, chill. Guys, chill. You guys, chill. Oh my God, I have to turn off the comments. Once you become 30 years old, no more fun. No more acting like animals. No more pretending and using imagination. No more. Once you're big and strong, it's time to be serious. Once you get all big and strong, it's time to be serious all the time. All right, I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. No, I don't want to play. I've been in New Orleans. When did this happen? When did everybody become such a Debbie Downer, bro, and a buzzkill? When did everybody get soft? I'm not soft. I live stream my homelessness every day while going to work, while failing in my relationship. All right, guys, truthfully, I really need clothes and I really need shoes. I want to go to work tomorrow and I just need enough money to get a pair of shoes, a pair of work boots, some socks, underwear, and a hotel room and some food. If I could get one pair of joggers and one sweatshirt or a t-shirt that doesn't make me look like a homeless person, oh my God, I would be so grateful. All right, guys, so if you want to help me, hey, sorry, how you doing? Sorry. If you guys want to help me, then this is how you can help me, okay? So this is the app that you go to.
You gotta appreciate it. Nick's like, I'm not gonna give a single one of you guys clout. None of you guys are gonna get a clip off of me anymore. So wait, what was that? Arnold Schwarzenegger is in the comment section or right across the street? Let me bust down my best pose for you guys at the moment. Because it's so wild. He's literally talking to his viewers, and all of a sudden he's just gotta do a pose. And not just any pose. He's gotta like robotically break it down. And then this is followed by one of the most insane outbursts I think I've ever seen on the internet, where this dude just goes pure trend mode and is charging around this apartment block like he's Sonic Pinball. One of the things that Nick likes to do at first is he sits there and he'll complain about his life until then he starts talking about his physique, which really hypes him up. He loves that stuff. He wants to show everyone how ripped he is, and after he shows off his physique or talks about his body, he then proceeds to have some sort of meltdown, goes crazy for absolutely no reason that anyone else in the world can tell. And then after all that, Nick has the audacity to tell the viewers that they need to chill. Nah, Nick, I think you're the one that's gotta chill for a bit. But nah, man, we're just a Debbie Downer. We're buzzkills, guys. We need to let Nick live his life, be the child that he always wanted to be. Nick, you can be whoever you want, but I guarantee you, like, the people inside of their apartments listening to you, well, was not thinking you was some random child. You're like 250, sitting out there screaming at the top of your lungs, running back and forth. Everyone in that apartment complex has to be terrified. You're a shirtless man running around screaming, basically playing the new Donkey Kong game IRL.
Look at me right now, man. I'm 31 years old, bro. I can't even clip my toenails. Bro. That bitch is as long as I'm ashamed of myself. I'm not using my platform to panhandle. You guys gave me all this engagement just for me to panhandle? Oh my God. He had so much potential too. He had so much potential and he's panhandling on TikTok? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Have you seen what that boy looks like with his shirt off? And he's panhandling on TikTok. This is me as your son, as your brother, as your cousin, as whatever family member you want to relate me to. This is me asking you, hey, I need some help. And hey, I'm ready to stop with all the bullshit. Me and Mariah are broke up. I'm a single man. I don't have any shoes, guys. Like, I don't own a pair of shoes. This is what we're wearing today, and it's November. All right. I'm homeless. I wasn't homeless a few months ago. I'm homeless now because I have to do this. I have to do social media, and Guys, I just need some help, please. I can't just keep repeating myself. May I please have a pair of shoes, chat? Please? Can I please have a pair of shoes, chat? Angelina Morelli, thank you sent $5. Melissa Scherer sent $1. Samantha sent $20. Oh my goodness, Samantha. My grandfather was a Marine. I turned out to be a convicted felon. It is what it is. I'm sorry, Pa. Do you understand that those losers go on to become the biggest winners? Because we get tired of losing. We get tired of losing, man. And I'm tired. I want to see what winning feels like. Is there any person that could maybe... It's the holiday times, guys, and I don't have anybody. I don't have anything, and I'm going to work in the morning. I'm going to be at work at 5 a.m. I'm going to be working construction out in the cold. I could just do social media on Twitter. I could just do Twitter all day, but I'm not going to because I think you guys deserve to see what Nick looks like when he's at work every day. Okay?
When I first saw Nick Harris, I immediately understood what was going on. Anyone who's had some family members who has dealt with substances in the past knows that this is the kind of stage Nick is in. He's in his pathetic, groveling state. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just keeping it 100. That's what Nick is doing right now. When he's not getting his way, when he's not getting his fix, Nick is having an absolute breakdown, just panhandling, begging to anyone he can. And he views his viewers as some kind of person. And you guys may think I'm tripping or over exaggerating a little bit, but no, even Nick's former girlfriend or probably current girlfriend Mariah even says he views his chat as like this living being that he can talk to and that'll give him money, but all it really does is bring him problems. But Nick doesn't care about that because he wants money to feed his habit. Everything is a sympathy move for Nick when he's not in one of his manic states or when he's not in one of his ego trips. He's trying to convince people that you're family. I mean, just like I said, I was thinking like, I've seen some family members like this in my past. I've seen this a few times, but then Nick immediately shows me that I'm exactly right when he tries to pull the sympathy card like, guys, we're family. I'm your brother. I'm your cousin. I'm going to go to work tomorrow. Like, there's going to be a shovel, a broom in my hand. And we all know, we've all heard this, or at least if you've had a similar experience to me, that they're not going to be at work tomorrow. You're going to see them on the corner like, hey, wasn't you supposed to be working today? Aw, man, you know how it is. I went there and I got told I had to leave. Man, everyone's always tripping. I can't catch a break. This is the kind of stage that Nick is in. Hopefully he's able to break out of it. But when you have so many enablers and the mindset that Nick does, it's a real hard cycle to break.
If you're watching me and you're wealthy right now, bro, and you decide to invest in me, tomorrow morning, go ahead and check my page. You're going to see me with a shovel in my hand. If you decide to invest in me, bro, tomorrow morning, check TikTok. If my ass ain't at the staffing agency, bro, everybody unfollow. If my ass ain't at the staffing agency in the morning, everybody unfollow. Do not send another fucking thing. Ever. I mean it. My ass is going to have a fucking broom or a shovel in the morning. Be able to go get a pair of shoes. And I'm going to show you guys that I'm the real deal. I am the real deal. If you're coming here for recovery content, stay here. If you're coming here for a way out of your depression, stay here. If you're coming here for any of those things, man, if you're coming here to heal, stay here. I'm sorry that I'm sick. Let me get unsick. Please, let me show you. I can do this. Mariah is not in a situation no more, guys. We're free. I quit hitting on girls from the chat because y'all see me beg for money too much. I'm not flirting with none of y'all no more. Yeah, I don't feel good about myself right now. I feel great about the way my body looks, don't get me wrong. I feel great about my body. Please don't tase me. Please don't tase me. Please don't tase me. Please don't tase me. Please. I got scammed by a TikToker who said that I could move in with them. I got scammed by a TikToker who said that I could move in with them. They got me a bus ticket and then they did a live chat and they canceled the bus ticket while I was already on the bus. And I was just stranded in Ohio for 3 days. I had to put myself in a psychiatric hospital because of this.
Nick is so expressive and puts so much emotion in just about everything he does. He's like a performative dancer 24/7. And honestly, there's probably a pretty good reason for that. A magic rock or two, some would say. I mean, that's also why he just can't sit still. In his most recent streams, the dude just cannot stop. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you a few clips of Nick when he seemed to be a little more tame. Like, I think things were going a little well for him at the moment. He was getting some hotel rooms, so his mental was in check, and it's a very different person. You can see like the tendencies are still there, but far less destructive in nature. But now let's move on to what all of you guys came here for. The reason Nick Harris went viral here recently. It was a few nights ago, and Nick was just on his TikTok, just taking an Uber ride downtown. There wasn't much going on, at least that's what people was thinking at first, because there is no sound throughout this entire video. It's basically Nick just accidentally going live, and then somewhere along the line started sketching out. So at the beginning, you just see Nick going down the road, and most likely an Uber ride, because he's in a car and he's chilling and there's some music playing, and eventually he gets out of this car. Not many people know what he's up to at this point, but quickly you can tell there's some odd sounds that shouldn't be going on, and that's the only sound you're hearing throughout this video, until you see that Nick, yeah, as you guys can see right now, I didn't tell you, but you're actually watching Nick poking around this place at the moment. He starts investigating if there's anything nice that he could find for himself, and while he's in the process of this, Nick, he normally leaves his comments off so you can't see what people are saying, but who is watching is one of the people that constantly battle with Nick. Whenever he's having a problem, when he's having some difficulties with the trolls, this person will pop up, talk him down, see how his night's going, and then go on about their day. This person joins their live like, hey, Nick, what are you doing right now? Because she can tell something's really wrong at the moment. But he's refusing to talk to her. It gets so bad that this girl decides she wants to call Nick's ex-girlfriend, most likely current girlfriend, Mariah, and let her know what's happening. This leads to Mariah joining the stream and trying to figure out what's going on with Nick, even pleading with the comment section, just tell her where Nick is. And of course, no one really knows where Nick is in the first place because there's been no audio throughout this entire stream. Nick just continues doing what he's doing until eventually the authorities show up and take Nick to jail. And this happens off stream. None of us really get to see that.
And I met him 3 years ago, and I look at him more like my dad than my dad who f***ing raised me. I wish Ian was my dad. I wish Ian from Perth, Australia was my real dad. I have way more in common with Ian from Perth, Australia than I ever had with my own father. So Ian from Perth, Australia saved my life in 2022. I was in this exact same situation. I got kicked out of my mom's house for using Kratom. And I just put $500 in my mom's hand to help with bills, to help her with her bills. And I also just took my mom skydiving. I literally took my mom skydiving because of my mentor, who was a viewer in the TikTok live chat before I got to know him. He was a viewer in the TikTok live chat, just like you guys are. And this man found me in this situation, picked me up, and put me in an apartment. My mom kicked me the f*** out and said, well, son, you're 31 now. Yeah, go cry about it on TikTok, I guess. And dropped me off at the Motel 6 with all my shit after I just graduated a rehab. And I just put $500 in my mom's hand to help her with bills. I'm homeless. She doesn't have a problem. She is a registered nurse. She got big boy money. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, guys. How you guys doing today? Doing good? Hope you guys have a good day. Be safe while you're playing outside, okay? All right, don't talk to no strangers. All right, guys. See y'all later.
I talk to you later.
Okay, be careful. It's nice to meet you. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't. Got to be nice to everybody, but you don't want to have like with me. I don't want to have anybody's kids around my live stream and stuff. So I was just trying to be nice to them and tell them to have a good day. I will never, ever, ever lie to you guys for one piece of a f***ing rose. I will never lie to you guys for one piece of a... one piece of a like, one piece of a view. Stop playing with me. I will never, ever, ever, ever lie to my supporters for clout. I don't have to. My real life is interesting enough.
Nick is such a random person, and where I just found out about him, there's so much I don't know if it's real or not, but like him just saying that he took his mom skydiving back in 2022 for some reason just reminds me of the King of the Hill episode where Peggy went skydiving and it was just a complete catastrophe because I just couldn't see Nick like thousands of feet in the air acting properly enough to be able to parachute all the way to the bottom. Like whoever signed him up for that and looked at Nick and was like, you know what? I think he'll be alright. I think we can manage this guy. Let's take him up thousands of feet in the air. I don't know what they were on that morning, but I think Nick wanted a little bit of it. And he kind of has a little slip up when he's talking about his mom. He's like, you know, I gave her $500 in bills. You know, that's what I gave her, you know. And now I'm just immediately thinking that Nick, he never even took her skydiving. He was saying he was going to take her there, but he used the $500 for something else, potentially. And that's why he got kicked out of the house. And Nick, he's just so parasocial with his audience. Like, you're saying that this guy who gave you $500 is like a father to you. He's a father figure. He's like what you want to be when you grow up. And you're 30 years old. Alright, dude, at a certain point you gotta get over this. Nick has this weird thing where he tells people that they can adopt him if they give him a certain amount of money. He's like, you got me for sure. Like, if you put some clothes on my body, doesn't that mean basically you can do whatever you want with me? So come on, son me. Show me what's up. I want to be big bro. Honestly, your mom probably kicked you out because you were trying to get a new stepdad, and she's like, this is a little odd. And speaking of odd, the last video I showed you guys, like, I have no idea where the heck Nick is. He's obviously in a place where there's like kids playing in the background and they're loud enough for Nick to awkwardly be like, hey guys, well, I want to tell you guys something first as I tell you to get out of my video. And I just gotta say this, like, Nick is always on the edge. He's literally bouncing around, talking about something that makes him uncomfortable, has a slight mental breakdown just a couple moments later, and he's just like talking to these kids, like, where are their parents? Like, their parents need to be there immediately because there's some trouble right around the corner. There might not be something all the way right here, especially when Nick's like, okay guys, go along, and also don't speak to strangers, as I, a stranger, just like butted into your guys' conversation. Thank goodness they evacuated the scene because he proceeded to lose it, like for no reason apparently. Someone was like, oh, Nick, you just do all this for clout, and that sends him into a frenzy. He's like, listen, I don't do this for a rose, and I'm pretty sure a rose is like a penny. No one would do this for a rose, okay, Nick? That's the reason you're panhandling so much, is because a rose isn't really worth it. And you do appreciate the clout. Let's not get that twisted at all. Nick loves everything about it. He's a very egotistical person, a little bit of narcissism in there as well, so don't think he doesn't enjoy the fan interaction. He thinks so highly of it, he's turned his TikTok audience into some kind of a physical form in his head that he can talk to, that he's friends with.
Why is this okay, bro?
Calling up here saying we're fighting, and I'm literally got my headphones on.
Somebody, bro, I gotta get away from this. I gotta get away from her. I gotta get away from her.
I already know.
I gotta get away from her. I gotta get away from her, bro. Please, somebody help me. Please, somebody help me. I don't want to do this. My life would not look like this if it wasn't. Bro, please. My life would not look like this, bro. Go talk to the lady at the front desk while I talk to my chat. Please.
Don't talk to me like that.
Please, if you don't mind, will you go talk to the lady at the front desk while I talk to my chat? I need a moment to not have you.
You're trying to talk shit about me.
I'm not talking shit about you.
Whispering in the chat. Somebody come get him then. Since you want to whisper things, since you want to try and dip on me.
You don't care.
I know what the you're doing.
You don't care about me. All you want me to do is take care of you. You just want me to take care of you and be quiet.
To calm down.
No.
So we can't. Okay.
No.
Bet. So somebody come get him. Somebody come get him. Y'all know where he's at.
Us fighting is not going to ever help anything.
Dogging me in that camera ain't gonna help neither.
I'm not trying to dog you. I'm telling you right now, we can get through this and we can work as a team.
Literally
or we
whispering in the chat that he has to get away from you. Stop, okay? Just That's what I'm not gonna deal with, okay? We'll talk about that
I
later.
wouldn't have
Let's
to
come
if you didn't treat...
Listen, you're panicking, and I get that, and I am too. Let's not do that. Let's come up with a plan. Let me make these phone calls, okay? Breathe. Breathe. This is gonna happen everywhere we go as long as you are streaming, right? We know that, right?
In Nick Harris's head, he's living in his own anime, but not only is he the protagonist, he's every other main character who's on the good side, right along with his good buddy, his manifestation of his TikTok, and everyone else is a villain, even if they're like trying to help Nick out. Like, his girlfriend seems to have like a decent head on her shoulders. I don't know Mariah at all, I'm not familiar with her, and I understand that she brings a lot of problems with Nick as well, but she seems to get it. When Nick is on these live streams, like straight up trash talking her, he's like, please take me away from this girl, and when Nick's like all caught up in his own mind, he can't tell how loud he's being. He thinks he's whispering, but she can hear all of this. She's literally 10 feet away, and he's calling her out, but she remains calm, and she's like, so you're just going to trash talk me in front of all these people when we have a serious problem ahead of us that you need to solve, that I need to solve as well, but I'm working on it. You're the one who's caused this, so how about you go out and try to talk to the person who's in charge here and maybe get this reversed. But Nick decides, the better option is to sit here and complain to chat, beg for a little bit more money, and I do think sometimes Mariah is in on the ploy as well, but this time she's like, I do not want to go out on the streets again tonight. You've got to fix this. I don't care how much trash you talk about me right now to this camera, you gotta go.
Me and Mariah have been together for almost 3 years, and we've been through hell together. What woman do you think is that's gonna be able to fill Mariah's shoes? I don't need $150 million. I don't need an 18-bedroom mansion. I don't need an 18-car garage. I just want somebody to love me for me at the end of the day. And I got my chat. I have my platform. So that way I can entertain people, bro. So that way I can make you guys laugh. I can make you guys smile. I can give you guys somebody to talk to. I'm volunteering myself as tribute for y'all, bro. And look what I gotta go through, bro. This shit is scary to me. It's scary, guys. That shit is scary to me, man. Like, I don't want to think about the possibilities. It's not the pizza. It's the possibilities.
I love you, okay?
I love you too. Are you leaving? Yeah. Cool, guys.
I might have to.
Cool, guys. Cool. Appreciate it. Cool, guys. Cool, guys. Thanks. So that typically when things like this happen, that's when I typically stop with the coping so well. Yeah, cool. You guys get to say, we made Mariah break up with Nick. Haha. We made Mariah break up with Nick, and now he's in a hotel by himself. Okay, now what do you get? Now what do you get out of that, bro? Like, what do you think that I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life forever? It's not that because y'all don't even allow me to see anything positive. You don't even allow me to see anything positive. You can't say, oh, well, you just get the wrong shit attention. I have to sit through 5,000 messages for me to even see one decent compliment. I mean, not compliment. I don't give a shit if people don't compliment me. I'm not asking you guys to compliment me. I'm not asking you guys to like me. I'm not asking you guys to gift me. I don't think that I have some big Hollywood career coming after this TikTok. All right? I don't have any delusions of grandeur. I think I might land a sick podcast pretty soon. I might land a pretty sick podcast pretty soon, or I might land, other opportunities to collaborate with other content creators, and maybe I make it real big on TikTok. But my platform, my social media pages, is all that I have, guys. I went and got an ID today so I could go get a job. We both going to go get jobs ASAP. I didn't have a fucking ID. How you want me to start a job with no ID, bro? Like, y'all ain't helping. Like, the people that have all this bullshit to say are not helping me. So you can't be like, hey, yo, chop, let's go. What's up with the employment? Ain't none of those people that's doing all that help me one bit. The people in the chat having to put up with y'all's BS and me reacting, I'm trying to figure out how to not react. But when somebody knocks on my door, that's too far. So I have to sit down and we have to have a lecture. And you still watch me, don't you? And you still ain't got me, do you? Yeah, I gotta get that little eye booger out of my eye while I talk to my ex-girlfriend of like 2 hours. Gross behavior. You still salty. I know it. Life sucks without me, doesn't it? I know it. Well, told you not to yell at me, didn't I? Told you not to. Told you, hey, I'm gonna let you do all the other weird shit you're doing. Don't yell at me. You yelled at me. I had to leave you. This jawline is not gonna be less chiseled when you come on here tomorrow. Like,
Might be a little bit more alone.
might be a little bit more alone.
The power of Trent has gave Nick the confidence to offer himself up as tribute, the next participant of the Hunger Games. I don't know who's going to come out the winner, but I think Nick's got a good shot, you know, especially when he's willing to sacrifice so much. For being on livestream, he's willing to throw away his relationship, and all he needs is just a little bit more change to get another hotel room. And the funniest part about this breakup is, yes, him and Mariah definitely do break up all the time. He's got plenty of charges from like dealing with this girl in general. She should be far away from him, but you know how these kind of relationships work. One of them has to get a good distance away from one another, or they're just going to remain toxic in this entangled relationship until the end of time. But this time when they break up, it's a tad odd, because Nick, we all know how he gets worked up into a frenzy over simple things. When she starts leaving, it's not really a big deal. All of a sudden, the haters, you know, the trolls, they've caused this to happen. They've caused all the problems in Nick's life. Look at my girlfriend, she's walking right out the door, and then like literally 10-20 minutes later, she's just sitting there chatting, watching SpongeBob and Nip Tuck, like, and they're having a casual conversation, and Nick, he can't even remember the story straight. He's like, yeah, you know, you guys sit here and talk trash, and my girlfriend like gets mouthy over it, so you know what, I just tell her to leave. You're like, I'm not gonna deal with that anymore, even though at the beginning she was the one going to leave because Nick was live streaming again. He can't even keep the story straight while she's literally sitting there right next to him watching TV. But I guess that's enough for me today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, follow all the socials down below, and don't forget to check out Nookie's channel because this video wouldn't have been possible without her. But besides all that, guys, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you next time.